CHAMPS Winter Roundup is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Hello everyone and welcome to the second to last episode of the State Champs Winter Roundup. As sad as we are that the winter season is almost over, we are pleased to provide you with high school action that will end this series with a bang. I'm Jenna Skelski.
I'm Grace Boyles. For the next 15 minutes, we'll take you on a wild roller coaster ride throughout the Indiana high school scene with highlights of the wrestling state finals, boys swimming sectionals, and as always, a heaping scoop of girls basketball action.
We're presented by the one and only Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Grace, we have a lot to get to, so how are we going to start off this week's episode?
Well, Jenna, we typically head over to the hardwood, but today we must open the show with the nail-biting competition that was the high school wrestling state finals.
I'm Kevin Trzynski, and we head over to the Bankers Life Fieldhouse to kick things off in the wrestling state finals. A big thanks to the IHSAA Champions Network for the coverage. We begin with the 132-pound weight class. Jesse Mendez for Crown Point in white, the champion at 126 last year. He took on Matthew Kuntz of Perry Meridian. Mendez would get off to a fast start, but Kuntz is quick. He'll get the near fall to the close gap, but in the end, it would be Mendez getting the major decision and helping Crown Point take second overall. Let's move on up to the 138 weight class. Logan Bailey from Cathedral taking on Blake Borman from Mater Dei. These two have met twice this year and each have won a match, and the rubber match will decide the state championship. Low scoring, and in the late stages of the second period, Borman gonna shoot and get the double and some back points, and that would be all he would need to get the victory. Mater Dei came in third in the overall standings. We'll now jump to the 195-pounders. Silas Allred from Shenandoah coming in with a perfect 38-0 record. Every win was by pinfall. He took on Jacob Laplace, also with a perfect 45-0 record this year. Something had to give. In the second, Allred would shoot for an inside single and get the 2 points, and in the third, Allred would cinch up a bar arm and flip Laplace over to get the pinfall and become the 7th wrestler in Indiana history to score 4 pinfalls in the state tournament. And we'll finish things off with the heavyweights. 285-pound weight class. Holden Parsons from Cathedral took on Andrew Irick from Hamilton Southeastern. And we'll jump straight to the overtime period. Both wrestlers very stingy, with points only getting the escapes to start the second and third periods. They wore each other down, but it would be Parsons able to get the throw and take down for 2 points to get the win and give Cathedral first place overall and their third straight team state title.
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and we head down to Johnson Arena at Jeffersonville High School, the host of this 3A semi-state final clash. The Salem Lions, the home team, came in 25-3 and ranked number 1 in 3A. They took on the 26-3 Brownstown Central Braves. Colette Nice wins the tip-off for Salem. Callie Backrooms is going to find Carly Sweeney unguarded in the corner, and the Lions get off to a fast start. The Braves respond right back. Helly Hemmon tries to drive but kicks it out to Maddie Hackman. She's good from behind the arc. Salem gonna start working inside now. Hope Tomlinson surveying. She finds Abigail Ratz moving into the paint, and she gets the layup. Lions led by 6 after 1. Good movement by Brownstown to work inside now. Ashley Schroer is right there for the up and under, and the Braves cut the lead to 2, going into halftime down 21-19. The Lions turning up the heat on defense in the third. They held the Braves to 6 points. Scoring 18 points helps too. Sweeney drives baseline, she'll get the bucket and the Band-Aid, and she led everyone with 22 points. And Salem was just living in the paint in the second half. Natalie Noel gets it to Nice, she gets the easy bucket, and Salem headed to the state finals for the first time in school history, beating Brownstown Central 57-42. They'll take on Northwood at Bankers Life.
I'm Jenna Skelski, and we move north to LaPorte High School for a 4A girls semi-state battle between the number 6 Penn Kingsmen and the number 1 undefeated Northwestern Tigers. Penn gonna open up the scoring. Trinity Clinton gets a step on her defender, and she'll take it on in for the lay-in. Tigers in a bit of a rut to start the game. Halfway through the first and only 2 points until Kendall Bostic gets under the net, and she'll get her first points of the game. But a minute later, Clinton would tip and steal a pass attempt. Give it over to Regan Payne, and she'll knock down the triple. After the first, the Knightsmen led by 8, 16-8. The Tigers would go on a tear to open up the second. Claire Merrill gets the inbound pass and drains the long ball as part of a 9-point run. The two teams would start to trade threes. Clinton gonna give it to Jordan Smith, and she'll give the lead back to Penn, but Northwestern would go into the half up 27-23. Penn was determined here, though. Trinity Clinton goes coast to coast with nobody to stop her. She'll draw the contact and give the Knightsmen the lead back. The Tigers had ice in their veins. They'd get the lead back and grow it. Bostic sets the screen, and Madison Layden knocks down the three. After 3, Northwestern was up 40-31, and the Tigers never looked back in the fourth. Sarah Heaver with the quick backdoor pass to Bostic. She led everybody with 24 points. And Northwestern remains perfect on the season, beating Penn 56-46 and stamping their ticket to Banker's Life.
Hi, this is Greg Rakestraw, and, well, it's just me this week. Snow got in the way of the Baz being here, but I'll see if I can handle my portion of State Champs Indiana Hang Time. We give some shout-outs to teams in southwestern Indiana, central Indiana, and the Fort Wayne area for having solid seasons getting ready for the second season. Yes, when the calendar turns from February to March, it is officially postseason play, and there are some jaw-droppingly good matchups on the opening couple of nights of the tournament. We'll talk about that as well, plus the games to look forward to Thursday and Friday before we put the curtain down on this regular season. It all comes up this week on State Champs Indiana Hang Time.
Lauren Plant here to tell you that Lawrence Technological University offers 27 sports. Track and field and even men's volleyball, just some of the newest offerings. There is nothing quite like the feeling of being a college athlete. I know you dreamed about it. Well, check this out. If you go over to LTUathletics.com, click the Be Recruited tab on the homepage. Fill out the questionnaire for your sport, and the incredible coaching staff here will get it. Recruit yourself. You can even intern with the State Champs Sports Network team while you're living the dream and getting one of the best education out there. It begins at LTUathletics.com.
I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my third year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day one. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Let's get back to girls basketball to see what went down when Greenwood Christian and Lagodi came face-to-face on the court.
I'm Grant Pugh reporting from Jasper, where it's Linton and Triton Central for the Class 2A Semi-State Championship. Early on, how about Linton's Haley Rose? First points of the game. In fact, Linton jumps out to a 9-0 cushion. Then Vanessa Shafford time. She is dialed in from 3. Miners are up 12-2. Fourth quarter, how about Aubrey Burgess? She is taking over. How about that move? She is going to the hoop. Linton is up 33-27. One more from Jaylee Hayes. What a tremendous effort by her and all of the girls. Linton wins 48-43. They advance to the school's first ever state championship game in girls hoops. Let's check in with them.
This is crazy. I've jumped through this for so long, and to finally do it with the team I'm doing it with, and to be with Aubrey and Haley for so long, it's just a dream of ours.
Oh my word. Well, first off, I just want to thank our community. They really helped us out a lot, and we're very blessed and thankful for everything that you guys done, and it truly means a lot to us, and we appreciate all you guys.
It's amazing. You grow up wanting to go to state. You never think you'll ever be able to do it, and like when you get in high school, it just becomes like more of a dream, and you figure out that you're good enough to do it, and just put in the work, and you can do it.
I mean, it was just so unexpected. Like we just came out ready to play. It was just really awesome.
Can't put into words just what it means to not only the programs, the community, for all the girls that were a part of this since I've been here, 6 years. A lot of girls put in a lot of time that, didn't get these results, and I just, have no words.
Class A semi-state game, Greenwood Christian Academy in Lagodi. First half, Lady Lions on the move in transition. Kalia Fleming to Brooklyn Jones for the layup. No good, but Fleming is there for the putback plus the foul. Lions have the lead. A little later, it's Fleming with a dish over to Isabel Wagner for the three. She rattles that one home for the Lady Lions. How about Fleming one more time, starting from behind the arc but working her way inside for the basket in traffic. Lions are up by 3 at the break. And somehow this basket falls. Look at this finish from Chelsea Sutton, working her way down low, going up and under for 2. Lions go on a tear in the second half. Fleming finished with 26 points. They are heading to the state finals for the first time in school history, 57-40, the final.
I'm just ecstatic. I mean, it was a 3-point game at halftime, and next thing I know, I look up, we got it up to 10, and then we were able to just keep building on it. But defensively, we were really good today.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. As you think of all the work that we've done and put in, and it's all worth it now. And so, we're not done yet. We're going all the way.
I'm just so proud of this team. I mean, we work hard, and it definitely pays off in the end.
Just a feeling of joy because all of our hard work has paid off this entire week and the entire season, and we can't wait to finish it off at state.
We're big on looking at one game at a time, so our first goal was blue chip champions, and then our second goal was sectional champions, and then onward. So we set goals along the way, but now for sure it's to win state.
Chuck back with you. Let's head back down to Johnson Arena for the second game. This one, the 4A semi-state final between the 21-6 Bedford North Lawrence Stars and the 25-4 Wildcats from Lawrence North. Bedford getting things going 30 seconds in. Gracie Crulo-Rude with a pass in the corner to a wide-open Irie Gomez. She'll find the bottom of the bucket for the game's first points. But the Wildcats weren't intimidated. Off the inbound, Katie Davidson finds Kayan Irvin left all alone, and she won't miss. Ellen was up after the first, 7-5. And in the second, the Wildcats would get it rolling. Davidson sees Jayla Smith has some space, and she would deliver. The Stars trying to keep things close. Carson Norman sees Madison Webb heading to the rim. She'll get it deep and get the basket. But a 14-point quarter opened up the game for the Cats. Christian Young goes all the way up court, draws the defense in, and kicks to Anaya Graves with nobody around. Ellen was up 7 at the break, 21-14, and the Cats would keep it rolling in the third. Jayla Smith hits the floater to kick off the second half. Madison Webb for the Stars doing work in the paint. She'll fight through the contact to get the bucket to drop, but Ellen would prove to be too much. Smith getting it set up, she'll dish to Davidson from behind the arc, and Lawrence North punches their ticket back to Bankers Life for the second straight year, beating Bedford North Lawrence 53-43, the final.
A lot of emotion, just as we did at regionals, and we knew coming down here would be really difficult. Bedford's an unbelievable team, really well coached. Jeff Allen does an unbelievable job, and they've got some good horses on their own right, and we knew it would be a tough game. I thought we had a good week of practice, and were able to execute fairly well what we wanted to do defensively throughout the game. Had a couple lapses, but for the most part, I thought our defense was really good. Offensively, we left some points on the board, especially from the free throw line. But overall, I couldn't be more pleased with this group. And we've got a lot of veterans, a lot of seniors, and so I think throughout the regional, the practice week, and then today, they carried us.
I'm John Rawlings from the Evansville area, and spots at state are on the line in the pool. Memorial State Champ Elizabeth Broshier singing the anthem, and she must have been a good luck charm right out of the gate. Nate Alexander anchors the Tigers 200 medley relay team to a gold-winning time of 1 minute 38.35 seconds. In the 200 free, history is made. Adam Barnes becomes the first modern-day boy swimmer to ever qualify for state, winning the event in 1 minute 47.44 seconds. As we move to the 200 IM, Boonville's Zane Hendrickson takes the cake in 2 minutes, 2.56 seconds. The freshman also winning the 500. The Pioneers continuing to impress. Braden Rowland swims sub 21 for the first time this year. A 20.96 second 50 is good enough for gold. Boonville elite today. Former Scholar Athlete of the Week Tyler Bray wins the 100 fly by 1/100th of a second. A 55.65 sends the senior to state. More history being made by the Pioneers. Rowland sets a new sectional and pool record with a 45.58 second 100 freestyle, and Boonville still wasn't done. Another record falls in the 200 free relay. Rowlands anchors his team to a new school record of 1 minute 30.44 seconds. The Pioneers rolling. The 100 back belonged to Memorial. Mason Miller cruising in at 52.18 seconds. And finally, we end in the 100 breaststroke. Caleb Bevan finishing in 1 minute 4 seconds flat. The top three separated by a 1/10 of a second. Bevan is off to state for the Knights. Memorial ends up capturing their first title in 5 years.
February is Black History Month, and this week, State Champs salutes the first overall pick in the 1994 NBA Draft, Indiana native, the Big Dog, Glenn Robinson. Growing up in Gary, Glenn Robinson attended Roosevelt High School, where during his senior season, he led the Panthers to a state championship in 1991. The final game was a highly anticipated matchup versus Bree Buff Jesuit and their star, Alan Henderson, who would go on to play at Indiana and in the NBA. Robinson won the Mr. Basketball Award and was selected a McDonald's All-American. He then went on to Purdue University, where he'd play under legendary head coach Gene Cady. 1994, his senior season, saw the Big Dog lead the nation in scoring, becoming the Big Ten's all-time single-season points leader with 1,030. Robinson became the first National Player of the Year from Purdue since John Wooden did it in 1932. He also set a school weightlifting record with a 309-pound clean and jerk. Selected first overall by the Milwaukee Bucks, he spent 11 seasons in the NBA with 4 different teams that included a world championship with San Antonio his final season in 2005. He capped his career as a 2-time All-Star with over 14,000 points and over 4,000 rebounds. His son, Glenn Robinson III, currently plays for the Detroit Pistons. State Champs salutes the Big Dog, Glenn Robinson.
Thanks for sticking around for this week's episode of the Winter Roundup. Be sure to keep up to date with everything high school by downloading our new State Champs app from the App Store.
See you next Friday for our final episode.
State Champs Winter Roundup is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.